These are deadly. You can land a knee into someone's head. You can land it to someone's liver. You can even land it to someone's junk. There's no rules in the streets, bro. You know, and it's one of my favorite weapons in Muay Thai. A lot of people I see, you know, like in the gym, they don't understand how to land a knee, you know, they land it on their partner's junk. In the street, yeah, just hit it. Whatever it hurts, you know what I mean? But in the gym and in competition, which is we're training for, you know, you want to figure out how to land it precisely, you know, the liver, to the head, even to the leg, to the thigh. You know, this technique, I don't see it utilized a lot, you know, in the clinch. But a lot of times, you know, like, people are well guarded, you know. So one of the things that is literally there for you is to smack that knee, that thigh. You know, just like hit a thigh, hit a thigh, hit a thigh, you know. Easier said than done. You know, if you're with someone super experienced, they'll probably sweep you, you know, once they see you kind of having too much fun. Because I haven't been training consistently and like I don't have a gym nearby, I'm just in the middle of nowhere somewhere in Europe. Now I'm trying to get back to like a better shape, you know, like better shape, not just physically, but mentally, better shape martial artistically, right? Which is basically, I want to sharpen my knee. I'm working every day on one thing. Sometimes I work on a jab, sometimes it's a combination, you know, sometimes it's just a knee, which I'm going to do today. And what I'm going to do today is sharpen a knee. And to sharpen a knee, you could have a bag or without a bag, which, you know, with a bag, there's always something that puts you back. But if you don't have a bag, you throw a knee, you step forward like that. You know, like it boom, boom. In most scenarios, it's a wrong technique. Right technique is you hit a knee, you land back on your fight stance. And what I mean by knee sharpening is understanding how to land the knee with good foundation, good balance in the right angle. Like basically landing a knee with that bone, the poking bone in the outside. Second, understanding how to land it efficiently, meaning with the maximum amount of power for the least amount of energy, because it's all about energy conservation, you know, when you're fighting, you know, because if you run out of gas, you're basically, if you ever competed, you know your worst enemy is not your opponent, it's your gas tank. Third, I want to work on how to mask my knee. Basically, like put it into a combo, or boom, you hit a cross, then you hit a knee. In most scenarios, knee is so hard to land. They see a lot of guys in the gym, you know, land it wrong. And most people don't land it in training. Beginners, they don't. Because I don't know, they don't work on it. They throw it wrong. I see guys like hitting the pad, like almost like kneeing themselves in the head. You don't hit a knee up like that, right? You hit a knee forward. There's something I learned from Jeff Chan. Shout out to Jeff Chan. If you want to watch some good sparring, go check out his channel. He goes like, if you want to hit a knee, you want it to fly off your hip and you're like aiming to hit him with your thigh. So it's almost like you're trying to hit him with the thigh and the knee will land. Boom. So this hand drops, this hand covers, and the knee comes out. This is like counterbalance. Just like if you kick, right? Boom. Just like a kick. Boom. But without flaring out the leg. So, boom. That's kind of basic knee. Then there's a lot of variations to a knee, right? There's a knee in the clinch. You're in the clinch. You step sideways. Then you did the knee. You jump. Right then, hit a knee. Right? You see a lot in Thai sparring. When you notice is they're not hitting it sharp like this. They're hitting it sideways like that. So let's go back and talk about throwing a knee. Efficiency is basically maximum power to the least amount of energy. And then you want to mask your knee with a combination or, you know, with a fake kick or whatever it is. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And I invite you to follow along, but not before we get dripped out in X martial gear.